It was just, and it's kind of funny because two move vortex spiraling.
like Mr. Spiraling. Well, actually, Immortal, that's a really good point. So that actually brings up a good question. So, Immortal, how would you rewrite Sarada's Mangekyo Awakening with that in mind?
uh,
Kind of tiring with that.
since they really, I would say. Now, you may not agree with me, but I would probably rewrite the code arc to where I would probably, include Sarada into the fight between Boruto and Kawaki
Okay.
against Code. Maybe, and also Beaski as well.
Oh my God,
Maybe
so
if,
big.
I guess the only reason why is because, I guess maybe we could replace them with Naruto and Shikamaru. Because Code is technically now the new gen's problem in a way. So, uh, man, I would probably have it towards where she would witness Boruto and Kawaki fight against one another. She would try to help out, but Code would pretty much interfere and cause, you know, them to have to be distracted while Boruto and Kawaki are duking out. Well, Momoshiki in particular has taken over his body
Oh,
after taking
Conway's
the
here.
pills. Huh?
He can't talk, he's just listening.
Okay.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Immortal.
So after I guess after the whole scuffle between Boruto and Kawaki, Boruto would pretty much tell Kawaki to kill him, and this will go back to what was it, chapter, was it 57, 58, where they pretty much made a promise to one another that if Momoshiki takes over again, that Kawaki would promise Boruto that he would find a way to get rid of him, and that promise that will lead up to Boruto's death would happen, and
I
Sarada
did not expect this, man.
and Sarada would just watch her best friend be killed right in front of her very eyes, which would cause Kawaki's and Sarada's. I don't know if Kawaki and Sarada even had a relationship to begin with, but it probably would cause her to hate Kawaki because she doesn't understand. She doesn't know actually what their true plan or what their true intention was. And Mitsuki would probably also feel some type of way about Kawaki after witnessing, his son just get snuffed out like that.
Okay. I mean, I hear what you're saying. So in yours, would you have it to where at the beginning of the code arc, when Boruto and Kawaki make that promise, like you said, that if Momoshiki goes out of control, then Kawaki will kill him, would you have Sarada and Mitsuki witness that, or would you have them intentionally not in that scene to see that promise? Or maybe
I would
one but
probably
not the other?
I would keep them out of the promise between Boruto and Kawaki. It's more so like a surprise element because they wouldn't because this is something between brothers. So, this is one promise to another brother, even if they can't figure out a way how to destroy Momoshiki.
Like, yeah, like Naruto and Kurama?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
I'm so it's I know that, maybe a few people may not like the idea of Sarda and Mitsuki in the Code Arc replacing Naruto and Shikamaru. I guess my biggest thing is the fact that, it would probably go back to the whole Kakashi and Obito situation where where pretty much Kakashi, pierces Rin through her heart. as a way to keep the three tails from, going haywire out of her
Well,
body.
she put herself in the position in the way of his Chidori so that it would ram through her heart to do that thing. It wasn't like he intentionally did that, it was her intention, not his.
Well,
Just making
you
that
say
clear.
that, but that's a topic for another day.
Uh, okay. Uh,
But please continue.
Um, so after witnessing Kakashi pierce Rin through her heart, Obito would pretty much go on to, well, both Kakashi and Obito would awaken their MS. It would pretty much be almost a similar situation towards that where Sarada would witness Kawaki pierce Boruto through his heart or through his chest or abdomen or wherever he pierced Boruto through. And I would say that would probably cause Sarada. That would be a really good way to cause Sarada to awaken her MS because she's already. I think in the manga, did she already awaken her three Tomoe or get to her 3 or 2 Tomoe stage?
She awakened it in the novel, so in the manga it was already awakened going into the Boro fight.
Okay, so she
oh
already
yeah.
has. Yeah, so she already has up to the 3 Tomoe stage already.
Yeah, 'cause in the manga and the anime they're different. Because in the manga she has three Tomoe during that fight, but in the anime she only has two Tomoe. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So pretty much, I would say the code arc would be a really good way for her to awaken her MS, because I guess this would also appeal to a lot of older Naruto fans who probably didn't like Chapter 80 and the way that how she awakened her MS.
I
Me
agree.
personally, I don't. Me personally, I don't mind that she awakened her MS out of disbelief, despair, and pretty much the lies and fabrication of reality that Kawaki and Ada had pretty much created. Because this is just all that's a lot to process for a child, but it would probably be even more traumatic for her to watch Boruto be killed by Kawaki, as maybe Code has somehow held him in place just to watch because he doesn't really want Kawaki to die. Ada doesn't also want Kawaki to die because she loves him, and also Code wants to sacrifice Boruto or Kawaki, but I don't think he cares either if either one of them dies as long as he has a very good, viable sacrifice for the Ten Tails. But
So that's cool. I like the idea that it's even calling back to the Kakashi Rin moment. So in this case, would you have Sarada pass out like Kakashi did, and maybe Mitsuki goes the full rage mode like Obito did? So then you'd have maybe Kawaki versus Mitsuki.
yeah, because here's the thing, chapter 80, that when Mitsuki was pretty much pissed at Boruto, when in reality his anger was actually supposed to be directed towards Kawaki. I feel like that would be a good way to have you know sage mode Snake stage mode Mitsuki go up against Kawaki to really see what he's made of.
Exactly. Plus, I do think that the power scaling can make sense since these Borushiki and Kawashiki should be stronger than Naruto and Sasuke as well. Mitsuki with
Yeah.
his full Sage mode should be at that level too. So he might be relative to Kawaki, if not a little bit stronger, and I'd be completely fine if he's ragdolling that Kawaki right before Code comes to like pull out Damon or whatever they do there. In fact, I
Yeah.
hate to say it, maybe just have Damon or Code pulls out Damon to stop Mitsuki rather than Kawaki.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Low key though, isn't that cool?
I
No, that's
wow.
weird.
Kamui says he's down for that as well. So
Well,
tell them
Kamu's
I
also a
support.
weirdo.
Okay. I'm glad that we agree. I love it. Okay. So are we in agreement that in this case we should have Sarada pass out, or are we not gonna have her do that in this case?
Um, I think you know what? I think we should have her pass out because I think this is a lot too much for her to take in.
Mm,
Witnessing her best friend be killed right in front of her, her being powerless to prevent it from happening. Her goal is to become Hokage, and I feel like a first step is pretty much being like a squad leader. And if she feels like that, if she can't really stop this from happening, this would pretty much be too much on her, and this would pretty much bring a lot of guilt on her part for not being able to save her friend or potential love interest.
okay. Me and Conley are digging this, by the way. We really like this rewrite. Oh, that's so good, actually. So, okay. Conley says that Sarada can pass out and stay passed out.
Oh wow.
I love that. Um, so would you have Sarada do anything with her Mangekyo in the next arc, or would we just not see her much until Two Blue Vortex in this case?
So if I
There isn't the
was
next arc.
Next arc is Prophecy arc, and remember Sarada fights Kawaki at the beginning of it because that's when the Boruto Scar scene
Oh,
happens.
okay.
yeah.
I was lost in the weed because you said Mangekyo, and I was like, but she awakens Mangekyo at the end of Boruto. Why wouldn't
Yeah,
there be a next arc?
and this rewrite is to where she awakens in the code arc when Kawaki kills
Okay,
Boruto.
yeah, I just would not do that. That sounds stupid to me, personally. Not gonna lie.
Well, we love it, Immortal.
Uh, sorry, Immortal, I don't like it. Bad.
That's all right.
I'm very sorry. My apologies.
Well, we do, so feel free to keep going.
Okay.
No. Oh,
If
we need to move on. We can pick up on this later.
Well, we could. Or we could keep going now.
yeah.
Oh, but- but- ugh. Okay, fine.
Please, Immortal.
Okay. So if I was to okay, so I would probably I don't know. I was thinking about saving her Mangekyo, maybe until she's ready to use it again. And I literally forgot that the moment an Uchiha awakens their Mangekyo and pretty much uses their powers, they instinctively know what to do. So
Well, kind of.
so maybe okay, so how would I redo the Omnipotence arc all over again?
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Cause now that Sarada has awakened her MS already in the code arc, how would I have it towards where she's basically gonna use it again and maybe maybe potentially awaken some pre Ohirume ability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to what Obito did underneath the boulder.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe she might have access to space time ninjutsu. I don't know. This is gonna be this is very interesting. Because then we would have to, hmm. Dang, I'm gonna have to get back on you on that one.
I mean, I do think the easiest way would be Sarada just fights Kawashiki and she uses her Mangekyo, and because it's Kawashiki, he just scales up to that. And in this case, you could technically say Sarada's Mangekyo could just be weaker than how it's portrayed in Two Blue Vortex if you really want. Or it could just be interesting scaling for later if Kawaki easily survives this or whatever, based on flight
Yeah.
or Sukuna Hikana, whatever he does.
Yeah. I guess her Mangekyo, her MS abilities could be a lot weaker than her Tubu Vortex counterpart.
You could do that
Maybe
too,
it's
yeah.
because she hasn't fully I don't know, maybe she hasn't fully grasped her abilities just yet.
Yeah, like
Or
maybe
who
if she
knows?
only has like one sphere that she can make rather than the four.
Yeah.
Could do that.
She can pretty much absorb maybe a few bit of Kawaki's little spears or little maybe I forgot what they were called, like bioorganic um shrapnels,
Hmm.
if
Maybe
you want
even
to call it
okay.
that.
I have a good idea. Maybe the way that Boruto gets his scar, instead of just throwing his face in front of Kawaki's sword for no reason, maybe it's that Boruto is about to just straight up lose and die to Kawaki, and Sarada doesn't want to see that happen again after having just seen it in the code arc, but now she actually has her Mangekyo. Instead of awakening it, she has it now. And so she makes a black orb behind Kawaki that pulls him back just enough to where it only scars Boruto instead of kills him. So Sarada's gonna save Boruto's life.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Actually, I think I can roll with that.
Okay. And Kamui says he has another scar scene. Kawaki uses Tsukini Hikona being good a move where he makes a sword big in front of Boruto's face and it hits his eye. Yeah. If they write Kawaki being limited to occur during the time skip, that can be the explanation for him beating Sarada here. You could do that as well. It's like the Jigen versus Koji move. Interesting. Okay, okay. Yeah. Or like what he does to Mamushi. Well, you know, the snowman thing. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Interesting. Thoughts on that? Do we like that?
My thoughts are we should move on.
Oh, okay. I think that'll do it for that rewrite. Unless Immortal, you had anything else to add?
And in response to the comment.
Yeah, you know, feel free to not listen to the sauerkraut over there.
I'm very sorry. It's not that I'm sorry. We need to get through some stuff. We need to get some stuff out of the way.
No, go ahead.
Because like this Naruto stuff can wait. I
Well,
mean, this stuff is
anything can wait.
yeah.